36th District Court is back in session with the Honorable Raeigen Evans presiding. While court's in session, there's absolutely no walking around, sleeping, talking, smoking, drinking, driving. When your name is called, please give the court your full and undivided attention. Once again, good morning, Your Honor.
All right, good morning, Mr. Felway. This is the people versus Tony Ross, ticket number Z808233. We're here for probation review hearing. Good morning, please say your name to the record.
Judge, good morning to you.
Hold on, Mr. Ross. Go ahead, Mr. Scott.
Judge, good morning to you. My name is Ken Schiotti, and I am the assigned probation officer for Mr. Tony Ross.
Good morning, Your Honor. Cherica Harris on behalf of Mr. Ross. Mr. Ross, please state your name.
Good morning. My name is Tony Ross.
All right, Mr. Sciotti, you may proceed.
Judge, this defendant's been on probation now for the full 1 year that he was assigned to. The year is now expired. The probation department is disappointed with this defendant. He's totally not in compliance. The only thing that he's done, first of all, we're surprised that he showed up today, but he did pay all his fines and costs and fees. He just paid those recently, like 3 weeks ago. In terms of the other conditions, Judge, we don't have any proof of any conditions being met. In fact, in December, I had a chance to speak with Mr. Ross. And I went over the conditions with him, and I explained to him in great detail that he didn't have, he was not in compliance, he didn't pay any money, he didn't do any conditions at all. I spoke with him, I mailed him the referrals. We did the best we could. In fact, the probation department put a violation hearing in writing. Somehow the violation hearing didn't get set up and scheduled. It was generated though in the ROA. Now, Mr. Ross is here today. 3 months later, he did come through and he paid all his fines and costs and fees, and we're proud of him. But do you have any proof today, Mr. Ross, of you completing the mandatory victims impact panel, you completing the alcohol highway safety? Do you have any proof that you went to AA, or do you have any proof the most important ingredient of all is going to outpatient treatment? Do you have any proof that you've been going to counseling over a year? We did give you stuff in writing a couple times, and I spoke to you about it. I'm going to give you the opportunity today to explain to the court for your review how well you've done in terms of the conditions that you can present. Do you have anything presented today that you've complied with?
Yes. Those documents,
Okay.
the impact document and the I have both those documents. It was like when I was talking to you on the phone before, it was in my phone, and you was asking how can I get them to you. So I did get them printed out. I do have both those documents. I have been going to the what's that called, the urinalysis or whatever, to drop urine or whatever, randomly. I have been doing that. I have talked to a counselor, but the person, we talk over the phone. And this is, there's been what, for about at least about 6 or 7 months.
Okay, Mr. Ross, you do understand that my supervision and myself, and sometimes the judge, we require documents. I don't have any documents at all that you're in compliance. As a courtesy and a generosity by our department, I'm going to request an adjournment today to you to provide proof of compliance. Talking on the phone with somebody at the other end of the line is not satisfactory to this court. It's not satisfactory to our department. You haven't have any documents in writing. It's all talk. We don't know her credentials. We don't know her address. As a courtesy, I'm going to ask the court to get an adjournment for you to be in touch with me and to provide proof along the lines of the state of Michigan in terms of compliance, in terms of the victims impact panel. That's one issue. The alcohol highway safety, that's another class. But I don't have them. But I don't have them. And I have to review them. The outpatient treatment is critical. That's working with the therapist. that's getting the knowledge, that's getting the help. I'm going to need a progress report from your therapist with credentials that you're in compliance. It's nothing weird. It's nothing uncommon. This is something that the probation department requires. This is something that the judge will require in order to deliver a successful completion. You haven't done that. I certainly don't want to get in trouble and say that you went to AA and you didn't go to AA. AA happens to be one of your requirements as well. Let's sum it up for our review. You need the victims impact panel, which mandatory by the state of Michigan. You need the alcohol highway safety class. You need a progress report of outpatient treatment. You need to bring proof that you're going to AA meetings regularly. You need to continue your urine drops. You need to be in touch with the probation department. I summed it up clearly. I'm going to give you my number in open court, and you do have the number, but I'll give it to you again. It's 313-965-3726. I want you to be in touch with me to give me the documents so I can forward them to our supervision, and we can give you a full-blown, hopefully successful completion on your next review.
And Your Honor, Tamika Horn on behalf of the city, P70303. Mr. Ross, I am the city prosecutor. If you do not follow up and complete your probation successfully, I will be requesting jail time. All right. I guess I was trying to get everybody. Ms. Harris, any response?
Thank you, Your Honor. Respectfully, I would request a 2-week adjournment so that Mr. Ross could get those documents to the probation office. It was my understanding that he had completed most things. It sounds like he has proof of completion. He merely has to submit. Mr. Ross, you got to pay attention. It sounds like you have proof of completion. You merely have to submit that proof. So we're asking for some time for you to submit that proof so that it can be a discharge, a complete discharge from probation, a successful discharge from probation, that you are in full compliance.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
How about we come back? Well, here's the thing, I won't be around in 2 weeks. And then the week after that, we're not here on the 6th or 7th, because the court is closed. So we can do the week of the 10th. We can do April 14th at 8:35. It's a lot of time. What do you think, Mr. Sciotti? Do you want less time? Or?
I think if, I was going to go a couple months and the defense attorney asked for 2 weeks, I think, maybe 30 days.
Okay.
If Mr. Ross does have proof of AA meetings throughout the last 6 months, and then he does have progress report from a certified therapist, if he has those items, perhaps we can look at them in more detail and within 30 days from now.
So but you want to do a couple months?
I did, because I'm at the December mark, which was 9 months in, I had completely nothing. Now I have completely nothing. Who knows what the therapist will say? Did he just see her the last 2 weeks? Did he go to AA just for the last month? I don't know. I want to give Mr. Ross the opportunity to do the right thing to get a successful compliance for this court and for him.
Yeah, let's do May 19th at 8:35. That's 2 months.
Mr. Ross, I'm encouraging you to go to AA if you haven't done so, but if you did, to provide documents of such. I wanted you to make sure that you get a certified therapist with an updated progress report of the times that you went there. So you do have the alcohol highway safety. You say you do. We have to look at that. The victims impact panel, it's by Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. We have to look at that.
And Mr. Ciotti, is the courthouse open in case he has some difficulty with electronic submissions to you to provide those proofs?
Yes, it is. It is open to the court. He is allowed to come in. If you would like to see me in person, Mr. Ross, if you would like to see me in person, it's not a problem at all. You can hand deliver those in my hand to make sure that I get those documents.
And Mr. Ross, if you're coming down to bring documents, my advice to you is please make copies so that you retain something for your own records.
Okay.
You have any questions?
When and where?
You can come down to the 36th District Court. Don't get confused with the Wayne County Circuit Court. This is the 36th District Court. We're on the 3rd floor. You can come in and sign with me. We can go over it. I'll show you your probation order in writing so that there'll be no confusion at your review.
All
Okay.
right, so I will see you on May, I said the 17th, 19th, 19th at 8:35. Good luck to you, Mr. Ross. Did you get Mr. Sciotti's phone number? Did you write it down?
I think I still have it. You said
Well,
what
you
date?
know, May 19th at 8:35. Why don't you write it down again, just so that you're sure you have it?
Okay, hold on one second. Okay, what is it again?
It's 313-965-3726.
Okay, I got it.
So you can call me, then we'll set an appointment. So I'll make sure that we could see each other next week, okay?
Okay.
Okay, sounds good. It's good hearing from you again.
Okay.
All right, you're all set, Mr. Ross. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mrs. Sciatti.
Thank you.
Bring out Mr. Reynolds. Mr. Reynolds did comply.
Okay. Thirty-six District Court is back in session with the Honorable Raeigen Evans presiding. While courts in session are walking around, talking, reading, smoking, drinking, or eating. When your name is called, please give the court your full and undivided attention. Once again, good morning, Your Honor.
All right, good morning, Mr. Petway. Hold on, let me get the camera together. This is the People versus Daniel Reynolds, ticket number SP 1380342, count one improper place. Good morning, please say your names for the record.
Daniel
Sure.
Reynolds.
Sherika Harris on behalf of Mr. Reynolds.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're okay.
All right, looks like Mr. Reynolds was to complete 20 hours of community service in lieu of a $200 fine. He did in fact complete that. So with that, this case is closed out. You are all set, Mr. Reynolds. Was there anything on behalf of your client, Ms. Harris?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're all set. Good luck, sir. Thank you for your patience.
All right, appreciate it. I can leave. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Is Ms. Horn still in the courtroom?
Yes, Ms. Harris.
I have one more I needed you to look at, and that was Darius Davis.
Okay, and what's, does he have any documents?
I got to go back to see if she provided it for him, but he did pay the civil infractions that were a part of the ticket.
Yeah, because all I have is, okay, so I move for dismissal on the no insurance misdemeanor
Thank you very
because
much.
I only have him on the docket sheet for no insurance.
Okay, I think I know there was an expired plate. I'll look and see what else there was, just to be sure.
And Mr. Rattler, do you may I have the file on that one?
I ran it already.
Okay, okay, thanks.
The account.
Yes, no, I don't really know, but if I'll take